Hello, good day. Happy New Year's. How is everybody? We give it a few minutes, see if anybody trickles in. It is a Friday, first Friday of the year. I feel bad for people who are going back to work today. Have yesterday off and have to go back to work on a Friday? That's no fun. We're going to do a bit of a reading sprint. Hang out, read with me. We'll chit chat for about 10 minutes and then we'll do a countdown. We'll do like a 20-minute timer where we'll read for a bit, see how everybody's doing, do a little check in, see what's new, see what's exciting. In the meantime, while I wait for people to show up, I'm just going to read. Because I'm reading Malazan and I want to get back to it. Oh, good. What are you reading? I'm currently about a little over 100 pages into Malazan. Not as scary as I thought it was going to be. I really expected this to be like way more dense and complicated than it actually is, but I'm having a good time with it. It's like got some really interesting characters. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's just the right amount of weird for me. Oh, you're so close to the end. This is the perfect time to kind of finish it. Do you have another book lined up already for when you finish it, or are you just going to kind of like go off vibes and see what kind of like fits the mood? Oh, there we go. I figured out how to show the comments, but now it's hiding my... Can I move them? We're all learning here, you know? That's fine. Ooh, interesting. Okay, that's fun. I have I have some well-known hot takes about Ready Player One, but I'm glad you enjoy it. Definitely not a book that I would reread, but I'm also not a rereader. I think though if I were to reread a book, I'd probably reread Piranesi. Like you can really only experience Piranesi the first time that you read it, but I feel like it would be a totally different fun experience on a reread. We got a few more people here. Hello, good to see you. Thank you for joining. We're just doing some chit chat, and then about 10 minutes into the stream or so, we'll start like a 20-minute reading sprint. I've heard very mixed things about Ready Player Two. Have you read Armada? I know that was kind of a mixed bag too, but I think a lot of people who liked Ready Player One also liked Armada. I also know that the audiobooks were at least done by Will Wheaton, which I think is pretty cool. I think I forgot to turn the battery off or the lights off on this, and now it's burned out already, which is, is what it is. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get in there and fix it as well. You have to take the whole thing apart. Yeah, that's fair. I found people either like really connected with it who loved Ready Player One, or they read Armada and just was way too different, didn't like it, couldn't get into it, and ended up DNFing it, which is totally fair. I think the first time I ever got Ready Player One, it came in a Loot Crate box. And I wasn't like a really big reader at the time, but I read that because I had a couple of friends that I worked with as well who were also subscribed to Loot Crate, and it came with like a special Loot Crate edition, so we read it together. That part was at least fun. I'm actually reading 3 books at the same time, which is very unusual for me. I'm not usually somebody who reads more than one book, but I'm also reading The Incandescent, which is like a Magic Academy, like new series that I think came out last year, with the next book coming out in like March or May. So I'm doing that read with Rachel over at Reading Fairy. So that's been fun. It wasn't sure that I was going to get into it, but the goal is to get her out of a reading slump. And she picked the book, and I said I would read whatever she gave me to read. So I'm having fun with it. I wasn't sure that I would like it. I'm 3 chapters in, kind of waiting on her to catch up, but it was really fun. And then I'm also doing like a one short story a day of the Paper Menagerie and other stories by Ken Liu. So kind of trying to fit that into like my goals for the year of like reading more short stories. So I'm reading that with Tori's Discord server as well, which is really nice over at Tori Talks. They're doing the Paper Menagerie, and it's been nice. I read the first story last night, and they're short. They're doing like one a day, so it's easy to get like 10, 20 minutes of reading in and just like read one quick short story. Unfortunately, I'm also supposed to be starting 2 more books with The Lathe of Heaven by Ursula K. Le Guin. I'm supposed to be reading that with Carl, so I have to read that before the end of the month. Then we've got our buddy read, so I still need to start By Blood, by Salt at some point this month. And I'm waiting on my copy of uh, Hell's Chasm, Through Hell's Chasm, something Hell's Chasm by Janie Wirtz. So that's going to be my first Janie Wirtz book. That's going to be our Patreon read for the quarter. I don't technically have to read that before March, but I managed to get like a really good deal on eBay. I was looking around for a copy because I couldn't find one around me, and I had added one to my cart that was like a first edition like paperback that was signed by Janie Wirtz, and I was kind of like eyeing it, and I was like maybe not, and then I got an offer a few days ago from the seller. I guess they knew that I had it kind of like left in my cart, so they sent me an offer to purchase it for $10 with like really cheap shipping. So I jumped on it immediately. I wasn't sure if it was a mistake, but I ended up buying like a signed first edition paperback copy of a Janie Wirtz book for $10. So I'm waiting for that to show up at some point too, and whenever that gets here, I'll probably read that. So it'll probably be like an early February read. Yeah, see, I don't know how most people read multiple books at a time. I'm someone who like easily gets mixed up, especially if they're all like the same genre. If I'm reading like 3 different fantasy books, they start to blend together. So they definitely have to be different genres if I'm going to read multiple books, and just kind of try and juggle them that way. This kind of happened by accident. I decided to try the read along that I'm doing with Rachel as an audiobook, and that didn't work out. I started listening to it while I was trying to build like a Lego set yesterday, and was like, yeah, this is like the perfect time to like throw in an audiobook and like give audiobooks another shot. And I just I got halfway through the Lego build, and I was like, I have absolutely no idea what's happening right now. I haven't heard a word. I like turned down the speed on the audiobook, and I was like, I've retained like 10% of what's happening. So I ended up rereading at least chapter 2 and 3. I reread last night just so I have an idea of what's going on. Because yeah, I can't multitask. I don't know what to say. Cannot focus on whatever is happening in my ears when I'm also trying to do other things. I wish I had audiobook superpowers. Yeah, see, I get excited about books too, but then I end up typically like rushing books. So I end up getting like halfway, 3/4 of the way through a book, and I know what book I want to read next. So then I try and like speed through the last part of the book, and I don't end up enjoying it as much, which sucks. I have to like just let myself slow down. I'm probably not going to die anytime soon, so take my time. Try not to get too excited about the next read, but I do, and that is what it is. All right, we're coming up on 10 minutes. I'm gonna pop the timer up. Hello, Mira. I'm gonna pop the timer up, and we will do a little reading sprint. Hello, welcome back. How did you do? I think that 20 minutes for me ended at the worst possible time. I'm 1.5 pages from the end of chapter 3 of Gardens of the Moon. There's a few new people here. What's everybody reading? How's it going? we both stopped right near the end. How close are you? Oh, hey Matt. Are you at work right now? Oh, you're so close. You'll finish it on the next sprint. Actually, just before I decided to start this reading sprint, I did at a job interview, which was nice. It went really well. I initially applied for one position, and the interviewer at least told me that they had two positions that they thought that they were hiring for that I would be a good fit for. So I think that bodes well. Although I will say, as much as like being laid off sucks and looking for a new job sucks, I've really been enjoying being able to like dive a little bit more into the YouTube channel and make more content. That's been really fun. I'm certainly reading more books, which is nice, and making more videos, which has also been nice. Yeah, double the odds. Exactly. It's great. It's wonderful. I had another job that I was interviewing for about a month ago. It was good. Like I thought it was going really well. I thought it was going to be a really good fit. Um, didn't get it, but I like stayed in contact with the CEO of that company. So who knows? You never know. Networking. This new role though that I'm interviewing for also includes content creation. So that'll be nice to be able to do a little bit of that for work as well. More webinars and video content and stuff like that, which will be fun. Yeah, right. As long as I'm a little bit better when I have somebody else to talk to and to bounce off of. So it's nice when I have, you know, people like yourself in here that are easy to talk to and engaged. Poppy, Poppy's barking at nothing, as she would. Okay, I don't think we're gonna do. I don't think we're gonna do 10 minutes because I want to finish this chapter, and I know you also want to finish your book. So let's just throw up another 20 minutes. I'll turn around the exorcist. There you go. Let's throw in another 20 minutes and let's finish our chapter and finish our book. And put Poppy back up. Okay. Well, to be fair, I didn't realize that that the actual beep would come through. So really sorry about that. I thought, okay, noted. I'll make sure that I mute the counter from now on. Sorry. We got some people here though. That's nice. How's everybody doing? What's everybody reading? Hello, Jonah. Hello, Big Daddy E. Heidi. Hello. Rachel. Hello. Good to see you. Eggy. Good morning. Hope you had a good sleep. 6 pages left. Well, I mean, you can just like mute and just like finish your 6 pages. Nobody will be offended. That's okay. Noted. Morgan, hello. How are you? Mr. Book Reads, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I'm currently reading 3 different things. So I'm currently reading Gardens of the Moon. So first book in Malazan. I'm 126 pages in, so I'm a little bit into chapter 3. I'm also reading The Incandescent with Rachel, which she needs to start. So I'm 3 chapters into that. I couldn't help myself. I went back and I read an extra chapter last night. I was trying to do the audiobook version of it, but it turns out that I am not good at listening to audiobooks. Can't do it. I put it on while I was doing Lego, listening to chapter 1 and 2 yesterday, and that went really poorly. I got like to the end of chapter 2 and realized that I had absorbed almost none of it. So I reread chapter 2, and then I also read chapter 3. I got the ebook version. Heidi, welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. I'm glad that you're here for the chatting portion of it now. Dog's name is Poppy. My name is Wizard. Just Wizard. But Poppy is an Aussie Doodle, so she's Australian Shepherd Poodle mix. Got her 3 years ago. And we actually share the same birthday, which is really cute and nice. We brought her home on like Remembrance Day. I don't know if you're in Canada where you're located, but in Canada on Remembrance Day is November 11th, and typically wear poppies, which is why I ended up naming her Poppy. Just Wizard, yep. Or Lizard. You can go Lit Wizard or Wit Lizard, depending on how you're feeling that day. Dune the Machine Crusade. I don't know which Dune that is. How many Dune books are there? How far into Dune are you? Also, I hope you're feeling at least a little bit better, given your flu. Going through, trying to see what everybody said they were reading. Jonah, you should read Malazan. Absolutely. I've never read Black Company, though I have heard good things about Black Company. Also, I hope you're enjoying Artemis. Joe reading Dead House Gates, nice. Yeah, I found it took a little bit to get used to the structure of Malazan. When they first started kind of jumping between the POVs kind of in the middle of a page, I wasn't really expecting it. The shift kind of happens weird, or you'll suddenly be like a moment will happen in the book, and then like mid-page you'll suddenly be like in the past for the like of the event that just happened, but it takes you like a good page or so to realize that you did a backwards time jump. It doesn't hold your hand through that, but once you get comfortable with that and you realize how it's built and you get the structure of it, it's really fun. Yeah, see, Heidi, I don't understand how people like multitask while they're doing audiobooks, especially people who multitask and then also listen to audiobooks on like 2 times speed. That's some like alien stuff that I do not understand. How people can do that and still follow what's going on. Like, I had to slow the audiobook down and stop doing Lego just to finish the chapter and figure out what was going on because I had it on 1.5 speed. And there's people doing like 2, 2.5, 3 times speed. Nuts. I don't understand. Makes no sense. Joe gifting 5 Lit Wizard memberships. Wow, thank you so much for doing that. That was really nice of you. People grab those if you want to grab them. Get early access to some stuff, hang out. Happy New Year to you as well. Speaking Bones. I don't know if I've heard of that before. What's that about? Blood and Fire. Is that Ryan Cahill? Cahill? He's somebody on my list too that I also need to read. Joe always coming in with the sugar. Yeah, the book that I'm like tried the audiobook on, The Incandescent, and it's certainly not dense prose. It's very much like like I don't want to say it's YA because you are like the main character is definitely an adult, but it is kind of YA, kind of like a Magic Academy with demons type book, which is really interesting. Super like definitely not a dense book to read, definitely not a complicated book to read. I'm just bad at audiobooks. 1,600 pages is crazy. I love a long, chunky book. Like I absolutely love like going through like the Stormlight archive and stuff. And there's something like just very satisfying about watching yourself go through a chunky book and getting to the end of like a nice big chunker. But also like at some point, just make it 2 books. Just make it 2 books, or like chill a little bit, cut a little bit out of the middle. We don't need 1,600 pages, do we? Maybe we do. New adult, perhaps, yeah. Like the main character is definitely an adult. She's like a professor, doctor at this academy, but she's also teaching a group of 17-year-olds, so it's like a little bit of both. Oh, Crystal, book 4 of The Grace of Kings is exciting. I really want to read that. I think I've got. Ugh. I have the first book here that I found. I actually found this like first edition hardcover of it at a thrift store, and I picked it up for $1, which is crazy. And it's been on my list for a while as something that like I really want to read, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. Ken Liu seems awesome. I'm reading The Paper Menagerie right now with Tory Talks Discord server. I started it yesterday and read the first book, or the first story in the book. So I definitely want to get more into his writing. It sounds like you're really enjoying it if you made it all the way to book 4 already. Yeah, I'm not sure. It seems like it's a little bit of both. Like I said, I'm only like a couple of chapters in, but right now she's like teaching how to do so, like how to summon demons basically to these kids. I don't know how it's going to progress, but right now like you're at least following like the teacher herself as she's doing the teaching. 1,600 must get this. Sounds like you love big books. That's good. I also love big books, but 1,600 scares me. Although Malazan also scared me, and I'm really enjoying that. And the next one's going to be even longer. So he's pulling like a Brandon Sanderson, where like every book he has to like beat his own record and get a little bit longer. That's good. Can't buy books this year due to your own challenge, and we're tempting you. I fully support this. It would do me good to just read what was already on my shelves and to read what I already have on my Kindle. But it's so hard. It's even harder now doing booktube and creating content and having to kind of like try and keep up with the things that other people want, or like try and keep up with like the buddy reads and stuff. But I don't know. I fully support anybody who can do this, and I wish you all the best. Don't cave. Yes, I'm going to try and put the comments up that I'm actually talking to, so that you have an idea of what I'm talking about, rather than having to read them all out there. You have them on the screen. The format of the read along, we're going a little bit long this time because we're doing some chatting, but the idea is we chat for 10 minutes or so, and then we will pause, we'll throw a timer up, we'll read, and just have some like silent time for 20 minutes. Just kind of like hang out and see how far we can get in our books. And then we'll go back and do some more chatting. Wind and Truth, yeah. Super long book. I started to read it when it first came out in December of, I guess, last year. And maybe has it been only a year? Has it been longer than a year? I don't remember. But I only got like 200 pages into it, and I was just like not vibing with having to hold that giant heavy ass book. I read all of the other books in the Stormlight Archive in like the mass paperback version. So at this point, I think I'm just waiting for the mass market paperback of Wind and Truth, which is supposed to be this year. This is correct, Rachel. Two different things for sure. Um, I think I might need to like get a book that's like just for me that I can read off to the side that I think I don't have to make a video about or talk about, and it can just be for me. I need to do more of that. This is the vibe that I'm talking about. Like there really isn't 5 pages that you can cut from that. Correct. Does it need to be 1600? I mean, sometimes. There are definitely books that are like super long, and I've read those books, and then I get to the end of them, and it didn't feel like it was 12, 13, 1400 pages. But some of them need hedge trimmers. Yeah, this is kind of why I double dip with books, especially when I'm reading chunky ones. I like to read while I'm on the go also, or like read when I'm in bed or like wherever the case may be. If I have to travel or something for work and I want to take a book with me, I don't want to have to like not read a chunky book or have to try and like read a big chunky book on a plane or get comfortable in bed somewhere with it. I usually switch back and forth between the actual hardcover and the ebook. I just couldn't be bothered with Wind and Truth. I'll get to it. This is true. And your reading vlogs are incredible, but also I'm so bad at making them. I'm not bad at making them. Like I'm okay at making a reading vlog. I just feel like they take a lot of effort, and I would rather just sit in front of a camera, talk, and then edit it down. I think that's easier. But I love watching a good reading vlog, for sure. Okay. We're mostly caught up. I hope, Jocular Muse, I hope you finished your book, and if you haven't finished your book, you can finish it now. I'm going to pause, throw some music on, put the timer back up, mute the timer so that there isn't a giant alarm when it goes off this time, and we'll do another 20-minute read. So let's do it. Let's get Poppy back up on the screen. Necessary. We'll get the counter back up, and we'll restart it. Enjoy. Hello. How did we do? We did a solid like 18 pages there. Not bad. Enjoyed it. Yay, you finished it! That's exciting. What did you end up giving it? Did... Just from your reading plans for 2026, if you had to predict what your favorite reads of the year will be, what would you predict? Oh, probably Dungeon Crawler Carl. We'll see. I still have book 7 to read, and book 8 is going to be coming out. Although, I mean, this is shaping up to be up there for sure. I'm close to 150 pages in, and I'm loving every second of this so far. Oh, I dropped my knife. This could certainly be a contender for sure. Good segue into how I'm finding Gardens of the Moon. Hi, Mare. Welcome back. Yeah, it's been awesome. It was confusing a little bit at the beginning, but once I figured out kind of like the structure and the way that it jumps back and forth between the different POVs, yeah, it was great. Big fan. Not as scary as I thought it was going to be, and there's some really like interesting, fun characters. Tanya, that's really exciting though. Best of luck with your video interview. I had a video interview this morning before I actually started this live stream, about 20 minutes before I started it, and it went really well. If mine went really well, yours is also going to go really well. Ooh, 10-minute break and start at Blackwater. I'm excited to start that with you. I don't know if I'm going to be able to start it in January. I might have to do some catch up because I've got a lot of other books going, but I'm definitely going to read that along with you this year. Oh, hey, you made it 11 pages into the Incandescent. That's good. That's exciting. There's a lot of like, I like the way that there's like a lot of whimsy in it. It's definitely got that kind of like fun, Harry Pottery kind of energy, but without the Wicked Witch behind it. I also really like the demon energy that it has and the way that that's shaping up. I think that's really interesting, and the way that demons can like possess different objects and stuff. It's fun. I like it. A high 4 stars for The Martian. Yeah, that's fair. It's great. It's a wonderful book. The humor is really good. The ending, I think, it really like sticks the landing on the ending for that one. Do you know what you're gonna read next? Curious. Oh, 20 pages to go for a cup of coffee, so you're gonna finish today too. That's really exciting. I've got my coffee. I'm all set with my Yeti here. It's still a little bit too hot to drink, but I'm enjoying it. Okay, but 11 pages in, I'm gonna count as breaking your reading slump because I'm gonna force you to finish it now. You don't have a choice. Reading sprint is so much fun. I'm having a blast. This is exactly what I've been searching for. Good. I'm glad. I really wasn't sure how these were going to go. I've never done anything like this before, and the idea to me of just like sitting awkwardly on camera and reading seemed silly, if I'm being honest. Like I thought that it would be like really awkward and uncomfortable, but I'm having a really nice time. And you know what? I'm making a good dent in my book. It was a great idea, and I appreciate those of you who suggested it. The first book of Blackwater is only 173 pages. Great. That makes me happy. That makes me feel a little bit better about it. I might be able to fit it in before the end of January, but catching up in February should be great. Do you plan to do like a live stream at the end of it with the people that read along with you and like chat about it, or what's your idea around content there? This is a good point. I love that. Like body doubling, but with a hobby we all enjoy. Yeah, I can feel that for sure. What are you reading right now, Mare? Did you say? Because you should read The Incandescent with Rachel and I. That would be fun, and then we could do like a fun video afterwards. Maybe do a collab and talk about it. You're already 9 chapters into Ready Player One. I don't remember how long those chapters are, but that's impressive. How long do you think you'll do these? I don't know. This is the first one that I've really done. That's my second live stream. The first live stream that I did was my like build along for the Book Nook. That one was fun. I still have to finish that. I haven't done it again since. But I don't know. We'll see how long I'm unemployed for. I can see me doing these like once a week or so. Even once I get a job, I could probably do like an hour like reading sprint on my lunch break or something and hang out on here. We'll see. I don't know. Could be fun to do one on the weekend too and see if we can get some more people. I'm enjoying this. Lately, I've been watching Read With Me videos with no interaction from the creator. That, I mean, I guess that if you just want like a chill, quiet time, that can be really nice. But I don't know. I don't know that I could just like sit here for 2 hours and just like not interact and chat with anybody. You gotta have like little breaks and stuff. Especially if you gotta get up and use the bathroom or make your coffee or something. You gotta have little like chat breaks, I think. But I'm glad you're here. Hello. Good segue. If anybody is like new here, new to the channel, new to hanging out with us, you want to join our Discord, partake in our buddy reads, chat with us. There's a QR code up on the screen where you can join our Discord there and come hang out. There is no fee to join our Discord. It is a free Discord. Diving into Brimstone as it's due back in your library, that's fair. Haven't thought that far. Came up with the idea 5 minutes before I posted it. If there's enough creators involved, doing a live stream or a final video would be cool. Yeah, I agree. And I do the same thing. A lot of the times I'm just like wing things, like that Book Nook live stream or diving into those live streams. Just do it, see what happens, see what comes of it. But yeah, if you end up doing something and we have a few other creators that are reading along, I'd be down. A friend does a read with me, but it's pre-film stuff. Yeah, I watched a few of them and I was shocked at like how many there were. They look really cozy. I like the idea of having those like quiet, cozy, like snuggled up on the couch with a dog and a good book and like a tea and just like reading. Those are really fun. I can see like throwing those on in the background, but I don't know. I like the live version of them. I don't know that I could just like film myself reading quietly for an hour and then confidently post that on the internet. But doing these live streams is fun. I feel like I'm not alone. Mary, did you finish your currently reading TBR? That isn't a question for me, but I'd like to know the answer. You got the incandescent audiobook. Yay! Yeah, read along with us if you can. It's fun. It's a good book. I'm really enjoying it. I haven't read anything like this in a really long time. I haven't read anything that's more just like chill, whimsical kind of fantasy. I've been reading a lot of like really heavy, epic fantasy, so this has been really nice. You've had one read with me on your page from when you were at a cabin in the woods and it got lots of bird sounds and it's so relaxing. That sounds awesome. I would watch my own video too. That sounds great. Chill with yourself and read a book with like a nice cozy cabin and some birds chirping. Hell yeah, why not? Is there a buddy read section on the Discord? Yes. So if you're in our Discord under reading, there's a buddy reads like forum section. And we've currently got threads for the Incandescent, Gardens of the Moon, and By Blood, by Salt by J.L. Odom, which is our like buddy read for January. And then if any of the other creators that are in our community, if you guys want to do a buddy read and you want to host it in there, if you want to have a thread in there, just let me know and I can make you a thread and we can do that too. Incandescent by Emily Tesh. Yes. I'm currently just buddy reading that with Rachel to try and get her out of a reading slump. It was the big book that she picked. We've got a thread in there for it. Feel free to read along with us. My goal is just to force her to finish reading a book. So the more people that we had to put pressure on her, the better. He says with a smile. Spoiler for your video, you managed 7 out of 8 books for you before the new year. That's impressive. Good job. That's great. Started them 2 weeks before the end. You read 7 books that quickly? I mean, if you can read 7 books 2 weeks before the end of the year, then you can absolutely read The Incandescent with us. So supportive. This is a great community. It is a great community. We've got a good group here. I like that we have like a really good mix of like just passionate, fun readers from like a bunch of different genres, and then we've also got such a great community of creators here as well, which is really nice. Also want to recommend The Green Hollow Duology, also by Emily Tesh. The first one is Silver in the Wood, and it's cozy, whimsy, kind of dark undertones and queer. That sounds great. Botanical folklore. See, this sounds like something that I should recommend to my best friend. She's very like cottage core, cozy, chic kind of vibes. Witch living in the woods is kind of like her deal, you know, like gnomes and mushrooms and tarot cards. So that sounds like something that would be right up her alley. She struggles to get into books, I think. She read Akatar, which she really enjoyed, but she hasn't like really gotten back into reading since Terry Pratchett died. He was like her big one. She read like everything in the Discworld, but she's been having trouble like finding more books to get into, I think, and something like that would be good. Yeah, yeah, I will pass that along. She's the best. She's great. She's the one that I used to kind of like sit back and we would look at like we would like house hunt and stuff at work looking for houses in Nova Scotia as like a dream that we would do before we both ended up moving out here. Um, she ended up getting this like really nice little house in the middle of nowhere. She's got like 8 acres of just woods, which I'm always very jealous of. I have my own woods too that are filled with deer, but hers are filled with like deers and bears and coyotes, and she's got little like cams up around her property that she takes pictures of and just like chills and like reads in her forest and goes foraging in her free time on her little land. It's very nice, very idyllic. She's having a great time. Happy for her. Okay, we've got like 20 minutes before the end. Well, not before the end, maybe before the end, but we've got like that'll bring us to like 2 hours, which is great. Deers, bears, and ticks. Absolute ticks are a problem, and ticks are why I don't enjoy my property very much. I've got like half an acre myself. Half of that is woods. Lots of deer, lots of ticks. Stay indoors. Be safe. Well, we're at an hour and 45 minutes. Let's do another 20-minute reading sprint. Then we'll come back. We will wrap up a little bit, and we'll go from there. This has been really great. Let me reset the timer. Pop it back up. Make sure I pop Poppy's face back up. Boop. And we'll get some music going again. I'm on mute. How do we do? That was like my least productive 20 minutes reading sprint so far because I got distracted, but I got like a solid 10 pages, I think, which is not terrible. Let me pop this. There we go. For those of us who want to join the Discord server. Okay, I have comments I want to go back and read. Right. Joe, and you said more the fact that you can have the kind of property and not be a multimillionaire. Literally just because of where I moved. Like when I lived in Ontario, which is the province that I was like born in, that was the deal. Like if anywhere, like even if you wanted to live in like the shittiest house in the shittiest part of Ontario, it was millions of dollars for a house. That is exactly why my best friend and I would like sit there and just like daydream looking at like properties in Nova Scotia because they are a lot more affordable in Nova Scotia. We were looking at houses that were like instead of $1 million, $2, $3, $4 million, like 100, 200,000. So that's why like I ended up buying. I had to move across the country, but I ended up getting a 4-bedroom, 2-bath with a half an acre of land with neighbors that aren't super close to me. Like I've got a decent enough space, and it was very, very affordable. Way more affordable than it would have been literally anywhere else. So I had to move across the country, but worth it. But yeah, house prices like that are they're like that here too, for sure. Not having any bears is crazy. Ontario has bears, like where I lived before, but not super often. Like very, especially like living in the city and stuff, very hard to find bears. But, and I don't have them on my property because I do live in like a little town, so they don't really come around here. But Jess, my best friend, she gets bears all the time, bears and coyotes and stuff all over her property. The worst that I get are like foxes, deers, a lot of like birds, blue jays, hummingbirds. Mine is very like Disney movie, and hers is very much like horror movie in the woods. But you know, it's cozy. She's having a nice time. Um, no bears, no wolves, or any predators living in the wild. I mean, don't we all want a world without predators? Um, but I mean, that's nice. That's good. I mean, it's nice and safe there, right? Isn't that a good thing? Nice, cozy little UK. I know you guys have like a lot of deer and shit, though, don't you? Like you have like a lot of like different types of deer, depending on where you are in the UK as well. Deer that we don't have here, I think. Some I like that your answer to not having any deadly animals to worry about if you go into the woods is pathetic. Sounds nice to me to not have to worry about running into bears. That sounds good. Oh, you finished Artemis. That's excellent. 4 to 5 stars. Yeah, I agree. I don't think Artemis is like a 5-star read, but it's awesome, and I think it is way underappreciated. I'm really glad you enjoyed it. Do you know what you're going to read next? Occasionally get sharks. Same. We get sharks. We get whales in Nova Scotia. We get all sorts of like sea creatures, I guess. Um, I've never done like whale watching. I'm not like a water person. I think water is really pretty. I love living next to the ocean. I love that I can like hop in my car and in 15 minutes be at the beach and be able to like sit by the ocean and read a book. But in no situation do I want to go in the water. It's not for me. That is not my home. I'm not a home invader. I don't want to like hang out in the water. I don't want to get wet. I don't want to get dirty. I just want to like enjoy the view. I'm very finicky. Only on page 13 of the incandescent, but to be fair, hey, you know what? You made it 2 more pages. That's incredible work. I don't have to worry about being interrupted um, by a child. I do have to worry about being interrupted by a dog, but she's been really good. Living is expensive as fuck here in Ottawa. Absolutely, it is. Like pretty much anywhere in Ontario. If you want to be able to afford a house as like a reasonable average person in Ontario, you have to move to like the middle of nowhere and like up north. And you like, what's the point? What's the point of even being anywhere? Sorry to those of you who live in Northern Ontario. All I'm hearing is that you have room for a booktube sleepover and also plenty of land for a bonfire and s'mores. If you're okay with getting ticks, Absolutely. I don't really use my property very much because of that. Deer and foxes and stuff equal ticks. So yeah, don't spend a lot of time outdoors despite having the land. But yeah, I mean it's really nice. You guys can come hang out. We could do like a you guys could do like a booktube Nova Scotia retreat. Hit some cozy bookstores, check out the ocean, go to some lighthouses, read some books. It'd be very aesthetic. Booktube sleepover, exactly. Let's do it. I'm on board. Booktube sleepover and buddy read. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Although you know what, to be honest, I would rather come back to the UK, as boring as it is with no predators, than Nova Scotia. But you know what? You want what you don't have, right? See deer on the road all the time. Yeah, that makes sense. Limited space, being a little island. Yeah, I mean that's true. I guess. I mean bears are good at swimming, but not that good at swimming. The ocean scares me more than space. Same. The most jellyfish in the wild I've ever seen was in Nova Scotia. I don't think I've ever had to. I've never gotten close enough to the water to like deal with them, or into the water to see. I know that we have them for sure, but yeah, not for me. No, thank you. Don't want to be stung by anything. That is not my home. Although you're nice and close, we could probably do a meetup at some point. Maine's not crazy. I think it's like 5 hours from me. Oh, the buddy raid to ride Hell's Chasm, nice. Um, yeah, the buddy read is the for Red Hell's Chasm is in the Patreon section under Patreon buddy reads. We've used most of our wild space up, and our land and woods are now being used for development. Yeah, that's happening a lot here too, unfortunately. Um, a lot of that going on. Nova Scotia, I mean, is like 99% trees, which is nice, but you're constantly seeing like logging trucks and stuff like that coming in and out of Nova Scotia for that exact same reason. A lot of logging going on, a lot of new development going on, and Ontario is really bad for that too. You're very welcome. All right. I mean, good reading sprint. I did overall. I think I started at page like 102 and I made it to page 152. So I did almost 50 pages, which is pretty dope. The Patreon buddy read. I think there's like a pretty good handful of us that are doing the Patreon buddy read. I know Joe Talk to the Realms is doing it. Myself, Monique will be doing it. There's a good like nice handful. But the Patreon buddy read is quarterly, so you have until the end of March to read that one, and then the general buddy read, which is by Blood by Salt, is the one that more people are probably doing, and that one is just in like the regular buddy read section. Had to look up where Nova Scotia is, and looks pretty damn cool. Nova Scotia is gorgeous. Like it's probably one of the most beautiful places in Canada. There's a lot of really beautiful places in Canada, but it's extremely scenic. The coast is really great. You have a lot of that in the UK too, though. Like we share the same ocean. A lot of your coasts there are really gorgeous. But yeah, if you ever have a chance to come out here, just going for a drive along the coast and like the Cabot Trail, incredible. Okay, let me fix that. I can probably fix that for you right now. Let me make sure you have access. Excellent. I will fix that for you, and then I will ping you. And Morgan, I'll make sure that you have access to that as well if you don't already. If anyone else is on Discord or you want to join our Discord or you're not already here, make sure that you scan the little QR code up in the top left. You can come and hang out on our Discord. Definitely, if you are a Patreon, especially if you're a spellbinder or an apprentice wizard, make sure that your Patreon and your Discord are linked. Because as you upgrade your membership or as you change your membership, it'll automatically update your rules for you. But I can also do those things automatically if they're not working for you. Okay, excellent. Appreciate you guys. Good reading sprint. Thank you for coming to hang out. I'm going to try and do these once a week, so I'll keep you guys posted, and maybe I'll actually schedule this one in advance instead of doing it kind of on the fly like I did this time. And I'm going to go and probably upload another short, and then I might go look for the hardcover of Incandescent. So thanks for that, Rachel. Okay. Bye.